Okay, I'm back at the easel today, and I'm gonna finish up or continue on with where I left off in last week's video. I'm pretty happy with where this piece is, and it's in a good resting spot for me all week to look at it and kind of decide what I wanted to do with it. And I also have my favorite quick fix tool that helps me decide where the heck I want to go with a piece before I put a brush and paint to it. So a lot of people use Procreate or one of the online, programs that you can kind of fool around with your paintings. I use YouDoodle, YouDoodle. I'll put a link in the description, or at least where you can find it. And I go on and I make changes within YouDoodle, and to see if that's the direction I want to go. So by looking at this, I'm pretty happy with this area that I added in. This was a piece of wallpaper that worked really nicely with everything I had going on here. So I want to continue that darkness over around these Queen Anne's lace, but I don't want to lose a lot of the details that I have going on underneath. So I'm going to try to keep that. I'm going to go over this jelly print paper with, again, transparent layers of a alizarin, so I don't lose all the pattern. I'm already dark here, so the top portion will be a little bit darker. I'm going to leave this warmth over here, and I'm leaving the bottom. I love everything about the bottom. Oh, except for one thing. There is the shape of a vase here that you may not be able to see unless I point it out. But that vase, let's see if I can, is right here. And I'm going to add just some washes of kind of a tealy, dark aqua green, just to pick up some of the colors in here. Then I think I will be done with the background. Then what I will do on my flowers is I'll go in with a palette knife and do some really deliberate marks and bring a pull of white and some of the other colors, so that now that my background will all be done, I can pull those flowers forward. So let's see how well I do with all that, all right? Okay, I think I'm done for now with the background. I've got this color in the top. There's a lot going on in here. I can still see. And yet it reads more solid when you stand back. It's when you get up close that you see all the little nuances and the things that are underneath. So I love what's underneath. So now I'm going to work on my flowers, and at the very end I'll come back with either an oil pastel or a Stabilo and define some of my lines. And do the same up here. Get a different size palette knife. Just give some highlights. Can't fool with it too much, or you really start messing them up. And I'm pretty much using the same color white. Okay, so let me talk about what I did to finish this piece off. This darker area up here on the right-hand corner I really liked, so I went in and added layers on this corner and kept them transparent, so there's still things that show up behind, and I really am liking that. I wanted to break up this straight line, so I took some of these circles that I had over here, added another one here, and then brought one down here, so that all of this is talking to each other. I then came in with a white brush, a very small brush, and created some torn paper lines on this section of florals to go along with the actual torn papers on her. And it also helped bring a little bit of white over to this side of the canvas, so I'm not quite so lopsided. I took some of these little squares that I had painted in, little organic squares, and did gold leaf over them. Now I'm going to go back and redo this section of gold leaf, but I just have them kind of sprinkling down. And I liked that effect a lot because I have elements of gold in this piece throughout, so it kind of tied that in. I went in with my Stabilo and added a few lines, just a couple, and then I also came in on these leaves and on these stems, and especially on the leaves, added a little bit of darkness to them so that this didn't seem like it was all white, and shaded up the side of the flowers as well. And that was per one of the suggestions when I had the critique done on my piece yesterday. I really liked that idea. I also used the Stabilo to come into the center of my flowers and just deepen that up a little bit, as well as adding the orange to the, I want to call them stamens, but I don't know if that's what they're called. Anyway, I love that little bit of orange in there. So let me see, what else did I do? I think that was about it. I deepened the color inside of this floral, this little section of Queen Anne's lace, which was another suggestion I got from the critique. So critiques, awesome. Sometimes, information and suggestions you get aren't going to work for you. Other times, they're exactly what needed to be done to pull this piece together. And they were as detailed as, why don't you take this circle and take that little gold line and bring it right up into the stem. So thanks to my buddy for that one. It's the little details that really, really stand out. So I'm calling this piece Sign and Done.